転生。
Tell me, who sent you here?
Good to see you. Find any notable intel you could provide?
You tell me. Or ask the head of the house over there if you feel inclined.
I can give chase. Want me to?
No need. Man, that guy's tough. If we're talking in terms of status, he was your equal.
How's Lord Elsness?
He's dead.
The can bells, inside which the city blocks are housed, are connected by glass tubes. Humankind's last standing city-state. The world within the lantern. Flandor. Within the unending darkness outside, lurk monsters. Gnawed away at by the night, called lycanthropes. This almost feels like a brainy place.
Oh my, we said the same thing!
Yes, talk about a coincidence. Take my hand, milady.
Wow, what a gentleman! Thank you.
It's only natural to show a little courtesy. I wish I could escort you to your destination.
Don't be silly. You see, I had been terribly anxious being all on my own. I'm glad I met you. I get the feeling everything's going to go smooth now.
I'm so happy to hear that. Well, I hope to run into you again sometime soon.
Yeah, me too. I hope we get to meet up with each other again. See you soon. I presume you're Mr. Vampire?
Pleased to meet you. I very much look forward to working alongside you.
You may call me Amy. I'm the head maid of this residence. I'm looking forward to working alongside you as well. Well then, allow me to show you around the mansion. Starting today, this is where you'll be working for the next 3 years. Milady is already waiting. Oh dear. Are you by chance the instructor that's been sent for me?
I am. My name is Kufa, milady. I look forward to spending the next 3 years with you.
I'm so glad you're safe. You really Are you hurt? It's nice to meet you, Instructor. My name is Melita Angel. Milady, it's time to go. Please get ready. If you would, sir, please look after Milady, even if she's just attending the academy. So, you'll be coming along with me to the academy as well?
Yes. Were you unaware of the news? While I may be in charge of your instruction, I am also your attendant, so I have received special permission to enter and leave the grounds.
So, you're finally here. You know you're late, Melita. Yes, good morning, Nerva. I thought you were just playing hooky. And who might this guy be? He's my private tutor who has just arrived today. Oh, yeah? Is he going to instruct you in your studies? Or maybe instead, in the use of mana? Well, Oh, dear. We don't have time to waste talking like this. Right, dear Melita. Come and be my training partner.
A power that grants various unusual talents to its users and elevates their physical abilities beyond those of ordinary human. Mana. It is a gift that has been granted to only the chosen noble classes. Generally speaking, this power awakens around the age of 7. Oh, she has a beautiful form. While she was born into the House of Angel, with its title of Paladin, as one of the 3 big Night Duke houses, she has been unable to manifest any mana whatsoever to this day. An incompetent, talented girl. That is the limitation of the manaless, Melita Angel.
Hey, Melita! You going to be able to achieve your dream like that? Oh, she has a dream? What are you going on about now, Nerva? I hear that from a young and tender age, it's been this little girl's dream to join Crest Legion and become the people's sword of hope. When I learned it was the incompetent, talented girl who said it, I found it quite amusing. And one more thing. The new tutor Elise secured for herself is an elite member of Crest Legion. You're here, Ellie? We are talking about Elise, who ages ago awakened her paladin class. So if she receives guidance from a tutor of that caliber, she'll end up joining Crest Legion in no time.
Having been born into a branch family of a Night Duke house, that is Lady Melita's cousin, Elise Angel.
Why did you come chasing after me? You're also gonna tell me there's no way I can do it, right? You know, Lita, Don't be all friendly calling me Lita!
This incompetent, talented girl's goal is to join Crest Legion, the most eminent guild. What a terrible joke. Lady Melita's grandfather, Lord Mordru, has doubts as to whether Melita, who has yet to awaken the power of mana, is a true child of the House of Angel. So you mean to say that Lord Elsness had an affair with Lady Melita's mother? Lady Melinoa?
Tough to say. We're left in the dark now that he's ended up like this. And so, that means it's finally your turn to spring into action. Your first mission is to play out as follows. Become Lady Melita Angel's private tutor in guiding her. Foster her into a battle maiden befitting a Night Duke house.
If not working from the outside, then try infiltrating within.
So, you see, the use of a specialist instructor has become necessary.
I've now observed her for a full day, and I see no sign of Melita Angel possessing any aptitude. Conclusion? She is not the biological daughter of the Night Duke, Felgus Angel. Consequently, I will carry out my second mission, the assassination of Melita Angel. Properly speaking, the deed shouldn't be done so soon. Nevertheless, I can't stomach watching Melita Angel. A child who's the product of a mother who, although vastly wealthy, came from the commoner class, as well as the man with whom she had an affair. She may boast the Angel family name, but she lacks the qualities to be a paladin. Without knowing any of that, she straightforwardly believes in her own talents. What a pitiful girl. Her life is full of suffering, and she will continue to keep on suffering. The day that all suffering is finally rewarded will never come. That being the case, promptly severing that chain of events is called for. It's the mercy of a professional killer, an assassin's pride. I don't sense her.
What the hell is with all of you?
These animals. Lycanthropes? Why are they in a city block on a layer this high up?
I hear Lord Mordrew often tries to pressure her through numerous trials, but it apparently never produces a positive effect.
So this is that pressure. He intends to awaken her mana by forcing her into combat. Why doesn't she call for help?
Stop it! Don't you dare touch my hair! Get your dirty monster hands off of it! It's something I remember my mother by! My departed mother had the same golden hair! If it's taken, I'll no longer be able to recall my mother and we'll be lost forever!
If she were to call for assistance, a guild out on patrol would rush to the scene. They'd easily dispatch these lowest of lycanthropes. So why then?
I have to treasure and take good care of my hair! I have to join the ranks of Christ Legion! Because otherwise, no one will ever even acknowledge that I'm a child of the House of Angel.
So she doesn't call for help because it would mean she doesn't possess any mana. And it would show that she's not a child of the House of Angel. It truly is. Not a very funny joke at all. Don't lay a finger on my employer. Save me? What made you think you would live through this? Phantom Blade Trident. Void Ray!
You.
I'm sorry it took me so long to get here, milady.
It's okay. Forgive me. I'm sorry for having caused you trouble. Look, Instructor! Simply amazing, Lady Melita, to become able to do such a thing! Milady has at long last used mana! Amy, Grace, Nietzsche, Myra, I'm sorry for causing you to worry for so long. If you hadn't all been here with me, I couldn't have ever endured it. So thank you. All right, milady, tonight we're having a party to celebrate.
Well, I suppose there's no turning back now. I can't let milady know about her mother's illicit affair. And, of course, me being an assassin must remain a secret. At the same time, I must conceal her true lineage and the substantial support I'm giving her. Our client, Lord Mordrew, and my guild, White Knight, must never know what I'm doing in order to help find her hidden mana. If I err in regard to any of this, both of us will meet our demise. So please, my little lady, don't mess up and make me kill you. This is a very necessary checkup. You are able to weather out the drug and acquire the ability to use mana. But we can't discard the possibility that you've developed abnormalities. Now lie face up, please.
Feel free to touch me.
Thank you, milady. By the way, there's one more important thing I need to speak to you about.
Huh?
To tell the truth, milady, the class you've attained is sadly not the paladin you desire.
What? So then I'm...
Your class is samurai, the same as mine.
Samurai? I see. Although it's unfortunate I couldn't become a paladin. I'm happy to share the same class as you.
I'm glad you were able to come to terms with this news. Although for now, it might be advisable for you to keep this matter secret from everyone for the time.
Why is that?
Because, given your position, there would surely be someone who starts unsavory rumors about you. Seeing as I shared my mana with her, this is the natural outcome. But I just hope milady can establish a track record befitting a member of a Night Duke house. This is the sole path forward that will allow milady and me to survive.
If that's what you think is best, I'll do it.
You're all done now. In every respect, both internally and externally, your body is free from after effects.
That's a relief. Am I going to be able to become your honored pupil now?
Please, milady. It's my pleasure to already count you as my pupil.
I'm looking forward to going to school. After all, I have my mana now. I'm a part of a great class, too. I'm not the least bit different now.
I forgot to tell you.
Friends!
Until the public tournament held 1 week from this day, I'm forbidding you from using any mana outside of your lessons practiced with me.
Huh?
The tournament is coming up soon.
I'm getting nervous already.
We've got Nerva on our side, so we'll be fine.
My. You know, I've been wanting to read this book. How about I keep it? After all, the two of us are good friends. Come on, Melita. Hurry up and get changed. We're going to go train. But I see. Well, fine then. You saved me some trouble. That's one less burden. Seems that lessons with her tutor are more important to Melita than her friends. She's quite heartless, isn't she? Sure is. She only cares about herself. It's a shame considering I can use mana now.
You've only just awakened your ability to use your talents. It's currently still imperfect.
I'm aware of that fact.
The fateful day is a week from now. Until then, keep giving your friends the wrong idea about you. If you do that, they will witness an unprecedented miracle arise before their very eyes.
Understood, Instructor.
Be that as it may, do those people over there spying on us have some kind of business to do with Milady?
Hi there. Ellie? Listen, about the other day. Seems we meet again, Mr. Perfect!
So it was you.
I believe you're right. Instructor, who might that be? Nice to meet you. I've recently become Lady Elise's private tutor. My name is Rossetti Prickett, my lady. Did you say Rossetti? Are you saying that you were truly that Rossetti Prickett? Oh, wow. You say that as if I were famous here or something.
Not just like. You actually are famous around here. Despite being born in the lower social stratum living quarters, she awakened her mana at a very young age, and not only succeeded in being the youngest ever to join Crest Legion, but also granted the special title of Career Marquess by His Majesty the King.
People always exaggerate my skills. But don't mind any of that talk, milady, and you can call me Rose. Okay! I've also actually heard a bit about you from Lady Elise, Mr. Koopa Vampire. Seeing as we're both with House of Angel, I hope that means we can get along as their private tutors.
I'm sorry, but I cannot afford the luxury of getting along with you while tutoring.
Why not?
A blithe woman such as yourself would have a terrible influence on Lady Melida's higher education.
What do you mean by blithe? I don't believe this. Last time we met, you were so kind and gentlemanly to me.
Not only the young ladies, but those in charge of their education are subject to public judgment.
Well, I'll show you. My precious young lady is going to annihilate your pretty little Lady Melida at the next public tournament. You got that, vampire? Instructor Rose.
Come on, let's head home, my lady. The big day has finally arrived. Huh?
Instructor, I'm scared. I want to get out of here.
It will be all right. You've trained thoroughly leading up to today.
But there's such a huge crowd here. Father. I don't have any self-confidence.
Milady, it is about time for me to head to the stands. What is to be done? As things stand, she can only manifest half her power at best.
Oh, Melita! I heard the news. It seems Yuffie's unit decided to take you on with them. Yes, that's right. I pity your poor, sad family. To think they have to sit there and helplessly watch as you embarrass yourself in front of a giant crowd and get laughed at. Seriously, why is a pathetic girl like you even a student at our academy? You're so unsightly that, as a friend, I can't bear watching you.
Lady Nerva. With all due respect, I have a favor to ask of you.
Why, instructor, please go ahead and ask anything of me.
Thank you, Lady Nerva. Well then, my ears can't take any more of your jabbering, so can you please shut up, you pathetic child?
How dare you say something so insulting like that to me?
Is that so? You don't know the first thing about Lady Melida.
Has a nameless noble gotten carried away now that he's employed by the Duke? You may like to call yourself a private tutor, but I bet you just read her picture books and collect your salary! He's the very best tutor around, so don't even think. I'll let you get away with mocking him. I'm gonna completely destroy you in the tournament. Now you've gone and said it, hopeless failure. I'm looking forward to this now. I've got it done and now. What should I do? What should I do? What should I do?
Seems Milady is the type who's able to summon her strength not just for her own sake, but for the sake of others she cares for as well.
Look, even Sir Falcus Angel is in attendance.
And next to him, isn't that Lord Mordru?
That's her grandfather. Lady Melida's, I mean.
Ah, the girl who rumor has it can't use mana.
To put it in the extreme, depending on the results of this tournament, it is possible that both Milady and I will end up being disposed of.
Seems you're feeling the pressure of the tournament, Mr. Black-Hearted Sham Gentleman.
Wow, if it isn't Miss Prickly.
My name's Prickett, okay?
Is there something that you need?
My Lady Elise was a bit concerned the other day. About Lady Melita, that is.
There's no need for you to do anything. Understand, Melita? Leave everything to us.
But I want to... Look at them.
And now I present to you the St. Brideswide Girls Academy end of semester public tournament. Let the first match commence in battle.
Charge ahead! Melita. Instructor, please watch me! I'm so happy that it's you who is the first one stupid enough to come and greet me! If you want to stand out so badly, I'll help you out by ending the incompetent talented girl! I'll pummel each of your little limbs and make you shamefully grovel before me! Melita Angel can use mana? Lady Melita used mana!
That right there is the warrior who you all called worthless.
Why are you acting all proud of yourself? The little rich baby simply learned how to finally use a big girl tool!
Just because your opponent has a weapon doesn't mean that's what they're going to attack with.
You little... I, of all people, can't end. I, of all people, can't end up like this. It's Melita Angel we're talking about here. It's just Melita Angel. Just Melita Angel. It's only the damn Melita Angel! Get right, hammer! Oh, dearie me. Was that too intense for a wee babe who's only just learned how to use mana? But we are good friends after all, aren't we? If you surrender to me, I will spare you further suffering and humiliation.
Instructor's attacks were scarier.
Huh? Say what? Sorry, but I didn't catch a single word of that. I guess I'll hear what you have to say in the nurse's office.
What I said was that my instructor's attacks were a lot scarier.
She must be in pain.
She is. However, compared to the pain she's experienced up till now, it might hardly register.
Don't mess around with me, you damn incompetent talented girl!
The man has been used up.
You got too cocky out here, little girl! There she goes! Turning tail and running away like that really suits your tragic uselessness! So you say, instructor's attacks were scarier, huh? Take that back. In truth, I'm the one who's frightening, right? You dared defy me of all people, so now repent as you wail out!
You don't frighten me.
You can't even compare to my instructor! You little... You're just Melita. Just Melita. Just Melita! Why the hell did you awaken to mana now of all times?
Oh, that's who everyone's talking about.
Yeah, she really doesn't have any mana.
So you're the much talked about, incompetent, talented girl, huh? It's all right if you don't have mana. I don't mind being your friend, even if no one else is willing to.
Happy to hear it. Thank you.
You should have just stayed exactly like that. You should have remained my friend and not kicked up such a fuss. That was exactly what you deserved! You won't be able to lift a spoon when I'm done with you, Garrett! Phantom Blade Flash! Switch thing!
That was a Phantom Blade technique. She did that after watching me use such a skill just once? So she trained over and over again in secret, did she?
I'll be far with this! I don't think so! Go now, Melita Angel. Go. We'll handle things here. Not so fast! Break quickly now! Hurry up and go, Melita! Instructor! Did you see what I did?
That was brilliantly done, milady. You exceeded my expectations.
Instructor, I'm no longer a child you can lift, you know? Hello, Father. Father, please! I won! For the very first time, I won!
I was watching. Don't get too excited after a single victory. Before saying such a thing, first prove yourself all-conquering in a match against another school.
Milady, aren't you glad?
I'm not really happy anymore.
Think about what just happened. You worked up the courage to speak to the master of the House of Angel. And although it wasn't the response you desired, he did indeed stop and respond to you nonetheless. That is a big step forward.
Instructor. There you are, Melita Angel! I've finished reading this book. So here. I'm sorry.
Leaving all that mess aside, isn't the next match starting up soon?
Oh, you're right! That's Lady Elise for you!
You must be joking. In a mere 13 seconds? So this is the power of a paladin?
Ellie?
Oh boy. This place, it stinks of nectar and I'm sick of it. So, Melita Angel. That girl is no paladin.
What exactly is Circlet Night?
It's a festival to wish for the peace of the city that'll be held for 2 days over the weekend.
That sounds like fun.
Do you like attending festivals, Instructor?
Can't really say.
Jeez, what's wrong with just telling me if you do or don't? You know my body in and out, so it's quite unfair that I know hardly anything about you, Instructor.
Is that how you feel, milady?
Well, that's the truth of the matter, isn't it?
To be honest, I don't know much about festivals.
Huh?
I hail from the land of eternal night.
You mean the lower social stratum living quarters?
Further out beyond there. Rather than saying I lived there, it was more like I somehow managed to survive.
I understand. I'm so sorry.
Anyway, what's with that dress?
Right. This is the costume for the festival's parade. All the St. Brideswide students will wear it and join in a parade.
Please, try it on and let me have a look.
I can't do that right now. For a long time, I've looked forward to wearing the same outfit as Ellie and joining the parade. So I don't want to go and spoil the big day already.
Is that how you see it? That sounds delightful, milady.
Really? But, I was wondering...
Do you have something on your mind?
If it's all right with you then, Instructor, when they finally had the campfire going strong, I was thinking I'd really like for you to dance with me.
I'm afraid I can't do that. It's due to a previous commitment. I must return to the Holy Monarch District on assignment.
I suppose I understand.
However, I'll be able to come back on the festival's final day. So would you do me the pleasure of dancing with me then?
I'll be sure to keep my hand open so that it's ready for you to take.
Milady, what an honor.
Your performance at the match the other day was most splendid. And if I may say, the masters of the house were also most pleased with your presentation.
Great. I'm happy.
However, you were in a bit of a rush to clinch the match. Had you given Lady Melita a sound beating and made her kneel in front of the spectators, they would have seen that you are worthy of being the successor of the House of Angel. Wouldn't you agree, dear?
Mrs. Othello, a costume has arrived from the Academy.
Ah, must be the one for the festival. Dear me! What in the world is this shabby piece of cloth? We certainly cannot allow Lady Elise to wear this rag! We shall prepare a new costume for you. One that will make it easy for us to show them that you aren't like the other children.
Hey, Alita, over here! How beautiful! This cloth looks like it's made from flamebird feathers. And that gem is a fire starter stone! Lady Elise, where did you get that outfit to wear? My family went out and had it made for me.
Looks like someone overpaid for a dress.
I don't care if she comes from a famous Night Duke house or not. These are precious costumes that have been handed down by our seniors at the school. But it seems even that doesn't matter to her. No! Ellie isn't self-centered like that! Wait! Where are you going? Ellie... I've been wanting to wear it. I've been looking forward to it. I can't stand being the only one wearing this. If only I could have worn what I really wanted to. Ellie... Ellie? Ellie? I am... What? Who the hell are you supposed to be?
I'm no knight in shining armor, if that's what you thought.
You just... Lita! No! What is this supposed to be? Where am I now?
Oh, you're awake.
Then why are you hanging around with humans?
Say there, girl. You're not a real paladin, despite being a member of the Night Duke House of Angel.
What do you mean?
I am a human, you know. Well, I suppose I'm half lycanthrope, too. I am a being reborn as an artificial lycanthrope, made when I was transplanted with a night gene factor, with the hope of obtaining the power to compete with mana users. That's what I am, girl. By the way, our organization goes by the name Guild Grimthus. Heard of us?
But why are you after me?
Because you were flashy with your power during that match.
Ellie!
Whoa now, Melita Angel. Now don't be shocked, but I'm going to forcibly mutate your class to Paladin. I will transplant Elise Angel's ability into you. That said, the success rate is low, and even if it goes well, you might end up tantamount to a cripple.
This place is a museum?
This whole area has been surrounded and blocked off by members of the guild, so no one will be coming to your rescue.
That would be hard for someone without connections to a Night Duke house. My father... Ellie!
I see you're finally awake. People with sheltered upbringings lack a sense of danger.
No! Ellie! I'm scared! You're all right, Ellie. I'm right here next to you. That's why I knew I had to become strong. And yet...
Hey, go and hold her down.
No! Stay back! I'm pathetic to rely on Ellie to come save me! I'm going to protect Ellie!
What in the world are you doing? No matter how much noise you make, there's nobody around here, remember?
I'll be borrowing this too. The fire Firestarter Stone and Flamebird Feathers are of a divine nature. So if we use this...
You don't frighten me one bit anymore, do you understand? That was so amazing. You haven't seen anything yet, Ellie. Here's the exit.
You're a shockingly tough little princess, aren't you? What's the matter, Melita? I'm offering to make you a paladin, so why are you running from me?
I already have the same respectable class as my instructor does. I don't need what you offer.
We can think up an excuse. Bye, princess.
Sorry we took so long, milady. I received an urgent message from my guild, and made my way back here.
Say your prayers, you horrible monsters!
Forget the bratty kids, and kill those knights!
Rose, here!
Scarlet Phoenix Kagura! El Adora Avalanche! Amazing. This feeling just now, this unity, is a first for me.
Please see to the young ladies.
Wait! Jeez!
I suspected it would be you.
Yeah, you were given the job first, but you've left it undone. Which is why my guild was mobilized in the first place.
Just as I thought. Lord Mordrew is behind this. I won't allow you to meddle in the young ladies' affairs.
This, unfortunately for you, is our wild card.
That thing's...
A man-made lycanthrope, haunted chimera. The development concept was a monster that humans are absolutely no match for. The secret to that lies in maxing out all of its abilities. So then, let's pick up where we left off last time. I see you're quick as ever!
Same goes for you! What bothersome bandages?
Really quick!
You reacted well, bud. Ultimate unsheathing! Radiant Night Ward! Storm!
You damned monster! You left yourself open to attack, and you won't be using mana. Humans are so pathetically fragile, are they not? So you were able to get a blow in. I thought I had sealed off all your mana. Nevertheless, you no longer have any future as a warrior. Is that girl really worth all you've done to protect her?
I believe so. Sooner or later, Milady will surpass me. And defeat every fierce fighter, eventually coming to stand atop all of Flandor. Although previously disdained as an incompetent, talented girl, Her gallant figure will become a source of hope for those who lead thankless lives. And thus, here I stand before you. Risking my life, I will nurture Milady. You felt it too, didn't you?
In that case, I can't waste any time talking like this. It's time to crush the both of you! In the end, he didn't even make a move. Well then, I'm feeling better now. Next, it's time to go kill Melita. Ridiculous! That thing is fully maxed out! There's no way a human could rival it!
You think this is maxed out? Sorry to say, but I seem to be breaking the limits.
What the... Impossible! Don't tell me that power is... a vampire! What's the strongest type of lycanthrope doing in a place like this?
I'm also half human. Much like you, I'm not fully one thing. Just relax. I'm not going to kill you here.
What the...
You were attempting to mutate Melita Angel's class, correct? However, just before you tried it, she exhibited paladin-like power. And, with that, it's confirmed that she's a descendant of a Knight Duke house. Just how would Miss Angel's life or death affect your own position, I do wonder? After giving it ample thought, you might want to consider your future course of action. Now, why don't you pass that on to your client? You got that?
Understood.
Now you can go.
Do you really intend to train Melita Angel into becoming the ultimate warrior? If that girl fully develops into that, it might be you who becomes the hunted!
If that time comes, I will gladly stick out my neck.
This is a report on the act of terror recently carried out by Guild Grimphus. There's quite a lot written that is hard to make sense of. Black Madia, make contact with Melita Angel, who's at the center of this, as well as Kufa Vampire, and find out what it is those two are hiding.
Really? My father?
Yes. He noticed something was off with the way the stationing of the guards were changed, and he assisted in determining the location of you girls. Please, milady. May I have the pleasure of having this dance?
Yes, please. Instructor, may I ask, how long will you keep on being my tutor?
What's this all of a sudden, milady?
I feel like it's not natural for you to be at the side of someone like me. But I want to always stay together with you forever, Instructor. Right now, I'm still just a helpless little lady. But one day I'll stand by your...
Dear, are my pupils...
Mother? You there? Get away from Ellie! Come on, it's hard to walk when you cling on me like that. But it's just... You're such a baby, you know that, Ellie? We're going to be second graders coming up really soon. We'll be big girls among the lower grade students, so you better shape up. There's no need to. You can already use mana. Forget that. I just want to stay as your little sister forever. That's okay, isn't it? You really mean that, Ellie? It's hard to walk when you cling like that. It's because I'm happy now. Starting today, we're going to be together for a whole week. Well, I'm happy about it too, but...
Those two act like real sisters, don't you think?
They do. But this, what is this here? How many times do I need to tell you? Know you and me. We're tutors for a head and branch family. We are nothing but rivals to each other.
I see no problem! After all, the two young ladies get along perfectly!
Even if that were the situation, the issue is how our clients would feel about...
Naturally, there's no doubt President Krista will be one. She's already vowed that this is the year she'll seize the title of Luna. Well, there's no question who the other girl will be. Last year's queen, Shinfa's Vitalk. How lovely the both of them look today. As the pride of St. Frieswide, the names of those two are sure to be up there. Our school will surely secure the title of Luna again this year.
A match against a sister school gets everyone fired up, doesn't it?
Seems the cadets are chosen from the most outstanding students in the higher grades.
Huh? Join my unit? Is that too much? I get it. For one thing, there's too much of a gap between our statuses. And as for our actual abilities... But if I could somehow fight right alongside you, it would be just wonderful. Good morning, Melita. Good morning, Nerva. Lita.
Good morning, everyone.
Ellie, let's go.
At long last. Today marks the start of this year's anticipated Luna Lumiere Selection Tournament. As you know by now, Luna Lumiere Selection Tournament is not only our own beloved event, but it is also conducted with our sister school St. d'Autriche Girls Academy. With the title of Moon Goddess Luna Lumiere on the line, the chosen cadets representing each school will confront a harsh trial at the completion of the week.
The Luna Lumiere Selection Tournament. With 2 students selected from each school, there's a total of 4 students who compete. During the week-long period when the tournament is held, all contact with the outside world is cut off. The trial that the cadets will undertake takes place on the final day of the tournament. However, that alone does not determine the tournament's outcome.
For the next 7 days, your conduct within the school and the effort you show with regard to the trial will all be things you may be judged upon. Going by your performance in the trial, as well as the votes cast by everyone present, the cadet who receives the most points overall by the end of the tournament week will officially receive the distinction of Luna Lumiere.
That surprise you there, Salacha?
What are those things, Kira?
They're the Valkyries who guard this glass palace.
No one will be allowed entry to the palace without having received permission. If you desire to enter, present proof that you have been given permission.
It's fascinating, huh?
Yeah.
Kira Espada and the St. d'Autriche Girls Academy. We received permission. Allow us to pass.
It would seem they are being allowed to enter. Now let us all greet our sister school guests.
Welcome! Sure enough, one of the cadets has to be Kira. She's the Prince of d'Autriche. Who's that next to her? It seems to be a first-year student. Now that you mention it, I've heard of her. Word is they've got this amazing first-year girl. Cute, isn't she?
Moving right along, allow me to present our Academy's cadets. The cadets are...
Isn't that the incompetent girl? I don't know.
The cadets are... Melita Angel and Elise Angel.
How is that? This can't be happening.
The two of you come up here. Quiet down! We now assemble the cadets from both academies. Next, allow me to unveil details of the trial. In this commemorable 50th year of the Luna Lumiere Selection Tournament, the upcoming trial will be held right here on the grounds of Glassmond Palace. The trial is a round-robin battle royal between groups of 3 students, each being led by one of the cadets. The team that captures the most medals, with one of each pinned on the breast of every student, will be declared the clear winner. Without further ado, let's have the cadets each select 2 of their schoolmates to help within the tournament. Melita Angel, we'll start with you.
Yes.
Who will join you to fight this week?
Well...
Melita?
I will.
Really?
Then, I'd like to be the other teammate.
Listen here, all I did was take my given responsibility as your former Bloomin' teammate.
This is great. I'm excited.
Right.
The cadets and their units taking on this year's trial have assembled. And now, from this very moment, let the selection tournament begin. Chained Castle!
It's weird that the incompetent talented girl got named as a cadet.
It was painful seeing the disappointment on the president's face.
There's gotta be some kind of ploy at work. Yeah, I bet she secretly switched to stained glass.
How horrible! I didn't switch anything! I don't know...
Milady, even if they harbor suspicions, I alone will stand by you.
Instructor?
So please, Milady, believe in me. Especially when I say that I believe in you.
Okay. Garrett Hammer! Impartation achieving!
You need to work the timing of that sword draw.
Hey now, could you at least make my weapon a bit lighter so it doesn't damage her? If Melita actually gets injured, it will cause problems for all of us.
No can do. That would reduce the sense of tension. When you're able to amp it up to 120%, then you can use it in the match.
At least let us take a small break. I'm asking for my own sake as well, Instructor.
I suppose there's no helping it. Milady, let's take a moment to rest.
Yes, fine. The way things stand, there's no way I can go toe-to-toe in combat with Ellie.
How do you do, Melita Angel? So, the incompetent, talented girl of Fried's Wide. You're famous, you know. 2 from the House of Angel, from Head and Branch. It's really quite ironic, don't you think, that you both were selected? For the sake of publicly showing to everyone, you're a genuine heir of a Duke house. You must come out victorious over Elise Angel.
But that's not something I want.
If you have such power, you must not waver. It is through the display of it that people will come to trust you. If you want to accomplish something, you must demonstrate that you have that power within you.
Demonstrate my power within.
I'll be cheering you on, dear Melita.
Wait!
Milady.
Instructor.
Who was that
I checked myself over.
I see. So you made the swap last night, then? You let the cat out of the bag. And just so you know, this glass shard isn't from the stained glass you broke. I brought it here myself. And that's the score, young ladies.
But Mrs. Othello...
Forgive me, Lady Elise. I was simply...
Why?
Why, you ask? Needless to say, for your sake, milady. If the 2 of you vie with one another in public, people will finally see which one is a true angel.
So, you did this in order to make the 2 compete directly against each other?
Precisely right. I've exhausted my patience with this. The idea of that incompetent, talented girl standing beside Lady Elise is too much to witness. It makes me sick.
But even so, Ellie and I are tied together by a precious and irreplaceable bond.
If you want to accomplish something, you must demonstrate that you have that power within you.
So please acknowledge me. If I can triumph over Ellie in the tournament, if I prove that I'm not incompetent, please permit me to form a unit together along with Ellie.
Lita.
Nicely done back there.
Well, I was caught up in the moment!
And that's what makes you my pupil. Catching your opponent off their guard and hammering them with an unknown attack. You did a wonderful job tonight.
Thank you.
Well, it would be nice if you could be that skillful when transitioning from unsheathing to feather slash.
Jeez!
Good night, milady.
Good night to you, instructor. I never imagined that Mrs. Othello would do something so reckless. It's the first time I've seen Milady looking so distressed. Huh?
An emissary of the White Knight. Come and tell me what this is all about. I currently serve as Milady's attendant, and I will do my duty!
What do you mean, lose on purpose?
Just what it sounds like. I will lose to you in the trial, Lita. If I do that in front of her, Mrs. Othello will have to acknowledge you.
But that wouldn't be my real ability at all!
That's all right with me. The only thing that matters is the way it looks.
Ellie, you don't... What's wrong with you?
Cut the crap! Rossetti!
I've already gone and notified the director!
Didn't I tell you there was no need for you to come over here?
That wasn't going to fly with me! And who the hell is that? What? What's with this girl? Never mind that! Any who disturb the peace of the Academy shall be ejected! She's got two weapons! What the hell? Just who are you?
Playtime's over.
Inspector Koopa! Are you somewhere over there? Where's the suspicious person? Could they be over that way?
I assume you'd like to avoid being spotted. Beat a retreat.
I've never seen that. The way she fought. Just what the hell is she anyway?
Her class is known as Clown. Fencer, Gladiator, Samurai, Maiden, Gunner, Wizard, Cleric. With the ability to imitate all 7 classes. She's the strongest one in all of Flandor.
Lita. Hey, Lita. I want to stay as your little sister forever. So that's why.
The Luna Lumiere selection tournament will go ahead as we planned. Suspending it is unthinkable.
Black Madia is a hired killer who's well known even in the Holy Monarch District. She's an infiltration professional who can convincingly act the part of all manner of people.
There's no doubt she has disguised herself as a student and snuck her way into the Academy. She is a person of special ability. And with the exception of classes like Paladin, there's no class she can't imitate. Leaving everything like this is too dangerous!
The Academy has made its decision.
If you're frustrated, then you should just make a hard counterattack.
Nerva,
This seat happened to be open, okay?
It'll warm you up.
it's tasty.
Please, milady. Did something else happen?
Huh?
After the glass incident. I mean, on the first day of the name selection?
Huh?
If something I'm not aware of happened to you after that particular incident, that's the only time it could have occurred. Putting it the other way around, it has only been us. We have been close the whole time except for then.
Well, that was...
Will you please just talk to me? I can no longer stand silently, while something is clearly troubling you right now.
Sorry, Instructor. The truth is...
Lose on purpose? To think Lady Elise would propose such a thing.
Ellie was the child who would really fawn all over...
Just in case.
Understood. I require quiet in the auditorium. The trial all the cadets are now tasked with is a round-robin battle royal between the 4 units. The one that captures the most medals will be declared the victor in the Lumiere tournament. The entirety of the Glassman Palace will act as the stage. All the action can be viewed through these binoculars, which have already been distributed to each of you for your viewing pleasure. Well then, it appears the cadets have arrived.
I'll be cheering for you, my little lady.
It is time for the trial to begin. Oh, young ladies who have assembled in the palace, go forth and demonstrate your pride to Luna Lumiere.
Show proof. I grant you permission to enter. Step forward, O chosen ones.
What are you doing standing there? Hurry up and go!
You can't run away anymore, Ellie! Fight me!
Your sinister plot ends here and now, lady.
I'm in a real fix now, and here I was thinking I did quite a good job.
Don't put up a fuss and
It's true, isn't it? My heart is racing fast all of a sudden, having such a thing done to me by a man. I wonder what kind of punishment I'll be given.
Just how long do you plan to keep up this act for?
If, however, you turn a blind eye, I'll do my best to serve you as you so see fit.
Surely you jest.
That's a pity.
An absorption attack that whittles away and gobbles up an opponent's mana. Such a magnificent superhuman ability is... Excuse me! Can I please get your name?
Of course, handsome. Mule Lamore. My power is Diabolo's class. I'm from one of the top 3 houses. I'm a daughter of the House of Lamore.
Madia is only able to imitate the abilities of low-ranked classes, which must mean... Lady Lamore, I ask you, please forgive my rudeness.
Phew! That was so scary. I thought he was gonna kill me. But... what a relief. It's not broken.
Ellie, why do you remain silent? If there's something you want to say, just say it! You're too weak. Hey, Lita. Why do you think it is that I ran away from fighting you? During both the first term's public tournament as well as now. It's because I don't want to know that you're weaker than me. I don't ever want to know that. Ellie, don't you see? I don't want to be on equal footing! I enjoy being below you. I
just like being number one. I dislike attracting attention. And most of all, I dislike the me that must do those things. I like being second best. Someone who's always sparkling brightly. I want to stay behind you, Lita, and be shined upon by you.
So, you're not angry? About me acting like your big sister?
Why would I be? That's just what I always want, and yet, back then and now, and always, I want to be your little sister!
I'll take that challenge!
In that case, so be it. After all, Lita, you're much weaker than I am. Divine Rise! It's futile. You just can't beat me. Lita!
Impartation activated! Feather Slash! Who are you calling weak? You're not keeping your distance from your opponent!
You broke...
What's this, Ellie? It's now me, who is stronger than you! Ellie, even if you are a paladin, and no matter how strong you become in the future, I will always be one step in front of you. So, when it comes to me alone, rest easy and fawn on me all you want.
Lita...
When it comes to things you just can't stand, know that I'll always shoulder that for you.
Lita! Lita... I... always... and forever...
Yes. There's no need to worry anymore.
I see it now. I saw the whole thing, you know. Melita Angel.
What a foolish misapprehension. Only cadets are able to enter into the palace. If so, then Madia is... Milady.
The way in which you fight is just like a certain samurai class. It's exactly the same as your instructor.
That doesn't look like nervous mana. Who are you?
What is going on here? What is this?
Lita, who is that person?
I don't know. It will be all right, Ellie. I refuse to lose at a time like this. After all, I'm Ellie's big sister. And also, I'm my instructor's pupil!
I can't be bothered with this.
Good effort out there!
Rogue who has not received permission! Plotting against us is utterly outrageous!
How impertinent!
Oh dear! Vexing!
Top
My thanks for destroying the sentries!
Instruct...
Now go. With that thing in hand, I'm sure you won't get reprimanded. In the end, based on the performance in the trial and results of the student vote, the victory in the Luna Lumiere selection was captured by Guerra Espada. Of course, it goes without saying that, taking advantage of the confusion of the trial's final stages, the Black Madia incident was swept under the rug. The festival has come to an end. However, one question still remains. As Mrs. Othello is not a mana user, she is by nature unable to enter this palace. If so, then who in the world guided her and had her swap out the stained glass?
This year's selection tournament was interesting in more ways than one.
Come on, Moo, cut it out. I went through a lot out there, you know? And besides...
That? It's a mana analyzer.
Analyzer?
It has a record of the mana info for the students. Well, at least those who are all registered at Glassmon Palace. Including Melita Angel, of course. I'm sure it will provide some rather intriguing results.
So that's what you were up to then?
A nice gift for the older brother of the Schicksal family. Don't you think? Dragoon class Salacha Schicksal?
Hey, Ellie. I'm thinking about creating a new unit. It'll be my very own. I'll be in charge. I won't let anyone tell me that I'm unworthy. You will come and be a part of it, won't you? Please, Ellie? Yes! Lita, please let me in your unit. Please. All right. Gee, nothing written in that report was of any great importance in the first place. If he thinks he can get rid of me with something like that, he's got another thing coming!
Hey there.
Come on in.
You know what?
What is all of this about?
I heard a small rumor about something, and it's quite shocking.
How's it going? If it isn't the two Miss Angels. You know, my victory this time wasn't a show of praise for my actual ability. I can't really call it a true victory. Next time, I'll sear into your minds a result that is clear as day for any who are lucky enough to witness. With all proper respect to you, Kira, speaking as a lover and ardent consumer of numerous adventure novels, talking with so much rare confidence like that, and about a match that is still far in the distant future, is something one should try to be most careful about. Oh, is that so? Well, when one makes a declaration of victory, it livens things up a bit. That Kira isn't the type to belie expectations. It'd be wise to keep your eye on her.
I wonder how things will turn out next year, no matter what the situation is. I'll do a great job of supporting you, Lita. Thanks for that, Ellie.
It's no use thinking about what next year's tournament will bring for now. Just for the moment, it's okay to just kick up your heels.
You do have a point. So, what do you want to do? Cards?
A good glue fight would also be a standard way to go. I'd be too embarrassed to do that inside the dorm.
Please. Shouldn't we be a bit more ladylike when choosing our fun? As far as what's done in these times, the answer is talking about our loves.
Our loves?
Great. You go first, Melita.
Well, a partner like that is something I haven't experienced yet.
You haven't just yet.
Then what about yourself, Mule?
Naturally, I'm in the same boat as you. And you, Sala?
I'm too shy. It would never work out. Love would be too much to ask for.
I guess things won't be exciting after all.
Why aren't you asking about my love life?
Well, then, let's talk about one of the other standard topics, like scary stories.
Huh? Oh no! My little sister isn't good at all with that kind of horrible stuff being told to her.
You can relax. While what I have in mind is really scary, it's also a sorrowful love story for you to hear. You see, as you might have already heard this tale, this story is famous in Aquarima's Heavenly Mirror District.
Oh, it's that story.
A long time ago, there was a husband and wife who moved to Aquarima's Heavenly Mirror District. Fleeing the land of eternal night, they came to Flandor seeking a fresh start. However, due to groundless prejudice, the people of Flandor repeatedly attacked them. The husband, who was unable to find adequate employment and was driven to a corner day after day, ultimately came to treat his wife harshly. Even so, the wife endured it all with selfless devotion. However, one particular day, the husband who had lost his mind slashed his wife to death with a knife and proceeded to cut out her heart. Having calmed down, the husband became terrified of what he had done, and he ran off with the heart he had dug out. However, while he was on his way, he stumbled and ended up dropping his wife's heart. At that moment, a voice said, "My dear, are you hurt?" Believe it or not, the heart had spoken to the man. The man finally came to his senses. It was then that he understood.
just how very much his wife had loved him, and just how much he had done something that can't be undone. The man embraced his wife's heart, and then proceeded to throw himself into the water. Then, it is said, the two of them departed this life.
That's a pretty sad and horrible story.
That's our very best scary story to tell? Well, as a matter of fact, it's not. There is a second half to this tale. It was going okay up till the man and his wife's heart had set off for their journey to heaven. But the body of the wife, who had lost her heart and been abandoned, harbored a deep-seated grudge and began to stalk. The deceased woman, who was only wandering around the city to look for her own lost heart. At some point, the townspeople all started to call her the Grey Witch.
But why would they all call her the Grey Witch?
It's said that night after night she roams, attacking pretty young women she comes across, and then ruthlessly cutting their beating hearts out. Even now, and always.
Ellie! Get a hold of yourself, Ellie!
By the looks of how much you enjoyed it, it seems telling the story was really worth the fright.
Hold on a moment, it's nothing more than just a made-up ghost story, right? I can't believe a heart could actually talk.
Is that what you think, to tell the truth? All around Flandor, there's been a string of appalling murders where the victims have had their hearts dug out, leaving a hole. Are they crimes done for kicks by someone inspired by the tale? Or are...
What the? It's probably just some wind blowing. Pina, bring me some matches. Pina? Pina is nowhere to be seen. She just vanished. She's vanished? But that can't be. Tell me who you are. And how did you...
It's the Grey Witch! Has she come here so as to cut out all of our hearts?
Listen, run for it. I'll buy you all some time.
That's right. Not all weapons are things made of steel. Isn't that right, instructor? Use the shock!
It seems she's not down here chasing after us.
Do you think everyone's all right back there?
In any case, let's head back to our dorm.
Good idea.
What do you think? Could the woman flying around with the pointy hat be the Grey Witch?
I don't know. But Kira did get defeated quite easily. So what's clear is that it was no ordinary person.
For heaven's sake, all of you, witches are nothing more than pure make-believe. So there's no way one exists.
If we talk to Instructor Koopa, he of all people will know what we're dealing with.
What's wrong, Melita? Why did you just gasp?
I stepped on something. Something fell from above and it's squishy.
What is it then?
I have no idea what it is, but it feels soft, cold, and slightly springy under my feet. Human skin? Or is it perhaps human entrails? The waterway. If we can make it out the end of the waterway. If my instructor sees me arrive looking like this, that would be embarrassing! Help! I have to get this I can't deal with this anymore! I'm taking it off! Ellie, don't do anything rash!
Oh no! It landed right in my cleavage.
Oh my. You're in a real fix now, huh, Sala? I'll help you get that thing out.
No, it's the Grey Witch.
Don't tell me. All the older girls got wiped out.
I won't let you meddle with my friends.
Ellie!
Please live a good, strong life for me, Lita.
What are you saying to me, Ellie? Don't resign yourself to losing. I'm going to... She's powerful.
The witch is really powerful.
Run now! Everybody! Hurry, get out of here!
If we can make it out of this waterway... Just a bit farther. A bit farther. Almost there. If we head to the door, my instructor will save us. She won't pursue us out here, right? Instructor Koopa? Instructor?
Young ladies,
Instructor! We're in serious trouble! Something terrible happened! I won't say bad things about you anymore, so please save us! Please, Instructor Koopa!
When this is over, I'll serve you as much as you like!
I'm actually in a bind myself right now. Will you help me search for something?
Search for something?
Indeed. I'm looking for my heart that was mercilessly ripped out of my body. Have you reflected on your conduct, young ladies?
Is that...
It's tomato sauce.
I can't believe all of the instructors found out about the unofficial closing party.
I heard a small rumor about something, and it's quite shocking. It takes place after the house mother ends her patrols. At least that's what I hear.
What are you talking about?
They say there's some kind of unofficial closing party, where all of the students from both academies gather.
And why are you telling me about all this?
Now that you know, you can't ignore it.
Well, right she was. After all, it is the role of a private tutor to see that you young ladies maintain order in the academy.
So, then who was the Grey Witch who appeared in the corridor and attacked all of us? I know who.
The Grey Witch was Rossetti. She disguised herself and even used face paint. And in a sense, she is perhaps the one who enjoyed this disturbance the most out of us both.
What were those squishy things that fell into the waterway?
That was Pixie Gem. Do you know what that is?
Pixie Gem?
It's a toy, you see.
So, are you the one who made that stuff rain down from the ceiling like that?
I did. I'm sorry about that. I never thought it would end up causing such a panic like it did. Huh?
Doing such a thing to innocent female students! I can't believe you saw me exposed like that! I knew you were just a lecherous perv! I'm gonna tell my instructor!
Ahem. Which of us do you think would get scolded? You are all now free to leave and return to your rooms.
My legs! I can't stand up!
Too much excitement and fear, as well as tension, has made your legs numb after sitting on your heels for a long time. What a predicament you're in.
Come on, don't you get the picture we're in yet?
You're going to take responsibility for this, aren't you? Instructor.
Looks like I'll be staying up all night.
How could you? How could you do that?
Because I want her to be happy. Big brother blinded.
you, Instructor.
And good morning to you, milady. Nicely done. You reacted quite well.
Haven't I told you not to go about waking me up like you're out here trying to kill me in my sleep?
This is also part of your training. Well now, the Academy's training trip starts today. Have you gone ahead and finished packing your belongings?
Of course I have. Please, don't treat me.
I wouldn't say business, but yeah, you see, sure enough. I was thinking you're the only one for this.
What?
Hey, Kufa. I was just thinking, what do you say about marrying me?
So, in short, your father went and decided on a husband-to-be for you, and in order to decline, you said, I already have a lover who I've promised my future to, right?
Exactly. In Papa's mind, you see, we're already living with each other. And kissing about 100 times a day at the very least.
Have you considered you're taking this too far?
Well, you see, once I started exaggerating, I became unable to stop.
You two living together? Rita, just calm yourself.
I owe Papa a debt of gratitude so big I could never repay him back. I couldn't refuse his offer. So I beg of you, for the time being, please pretend to be my lover.
I suppose I have no choice then. I'll help you out.
That's great! Thank you! There's nothing at all great about it! Who knew you had such muscular arms, Kufa?
I would say they're both clinging a bit too much. Agreed. Instructor Rose is getting carried away.
I'm sorry, Lady Melita and Lady Elise, but for now, I'm in the leading role. Agreed, darling?
I guess. Hey, what's wrong, milady?
Lady Melita! He treats you affectionately at the mansion. Shouldn't that be enough to satisfy you?
How deplorable. A corruption of public morals. Unbelievable, making eyes so licentiously.
She's Miss Stachi from the board of directors.
It's a great honor to finally meet you, Miss Angel. I have heard a great deal about all of your truly remarkable exploits as a paladin. Completely unlike that incompetent, talented girl, with her pathetically low status unbecoming of a paladin. In addition, to think the attendant she has brought is a man of marriageable age.
Director Stachi, he is more than...
A world of sweet-smelling young ladies. I have once again found myself at the doorway to as yet unknown heroic tales.
It's an honor, Marquis Brosum Prickett.
Sweet, precious Rossetti, my most beloved daughter.
Please stop it, Papa. It's embarrassing.
Thank you for taking the trouble to come, Lord Prickett.
Why, of course. For this particular training trip, there can't possibly be a better guide more suitable than myself, my dear madam.
Why is your father here at the academy, Instructor?
Because the destination for the training trip is Shengarta.
Shengarta is where Instructor Rossetti and Marquis Prickett hail from.
Hey, hold on! Why do you know that about me, Kufa?
It's due to my line of work. Speaking of Marquis Brosum Prickett, there's no one in the field who doesn't know him. He's an authority on genetic engineering.
What an interesting person.
Oh, and by the way, my beloved daughter, I have happy news.
What is it?
It's been decided that during this training trip St. Friedwide is taking, our lovely town will be hosting your highly anticipated wedding ceremony.
Hold on! When did that topic come up for discussion? I was never told a single thing about it! I do not intend to get married to a stranger!
Oh, dear Rossetti, my lovely minx of a fiery daughter.
I'm dating my beautiful Kufa that is standing right over here! Don't just ignore my feelings on the matter!
I'm afraid it's as she says, Marquis Prickett.
So you're the young man. How dare you seduce my precious daughter? Are you?
Papa!
No, I'm mistaken. There's no way that could be him.
What seems to be the matter here, Lord Prickett?
Child who was 12. I can see that boy's face in this man here.
Come now. The briefing for the training trip is about to begin. Please head to the Great Hall.
Understood.
And Lord Prickett, we'll be heading in this direction.
Of course. Excuse me.
Instructor, we should be going too.
I'm very sorry to have to say this to you, milady. I'm not feeling all that great right now, so I won't be attending the assembly.
Sorry, but, are you perhaps letting the things Director Stachi and the Marquis said bother you too much?
No, that's not it, milady. You see, So long as you still acknowledge me, my lady, I find that I'm able to believe in my own self-worth. Well then.
Seemed a bit off. I think he was bothered after all.
Lita, what's wrong? You're looking kind of spaced out there.
I'm just confused. I'm wondering why my instructor won't talk to me about anything.
Lita.
It seems I can't help do anything but worry about my instructor's well-being. I'm gonna find him!
Goodness. Why do I have to be an instructor at the academy? It's all that damn brute's stupid fault! Hey, Angel, where are you going? The assembly's still in session.
Excuse me, instructor.
Stay back!
Hey, what's wrong?
It's nothing, ma'am.
Damn infernal blue fire ice king!
What was that voice?
Voice? What are you talking about?
Hold on. She didn't hear that just now?
What happened to her?
She's only fallen unconscious. There are no external injuries.
Instructor? What in the world's going on?
I'm not aware. I myself arrived here just a few moments ago.
I didn't see you, Lord Prickett.
All of you onlookers, I need you to move further back. It is important that we preserve the scene. Now, allow me to show you some of my very See this? This is the mana of the guilty culprit.
That flame's color.
This mana here is. That's right. It shows it comes from a male. One who is almost an adult. No, someone who is in their teens.
The one thing I can say is, as for ways to try and prove my innocence, I have none.
Hey, what do you think it is that the culprit wants to accomplish?
Do you mean the blue-flamed culprit?
I do. They said that the schoolgirl lost consciousness, but didn't have visible injuries. What was it the offender wanted to do?
I don't have any idea.
Oh, first time seeing an aurora and lightning, is it, my little birdies? That sight is one of the things my town is known for.
Is it possible the lightning is getting so dangerous the train won't be able to head back home?
Now this, my dearies, is Shengarta. It's a paradise in the depths of the earth. Due to the gene manipulation technology I've brought forth, this subterranean land is now brimming with a variety of luscious greenery. Rare flowers surround us, and tenacious crops abound. You can't see these back in Flandor.
We've allowed them to make their way inside. They've made it all the way here, have they?
The sound of water?
A huge forest is taken.
That voice I heard was coming from the far side of this boulder.
Wandering off? Have you grown too tired of the lecture?
Instructor.
You two! You must stay away from there!
Why?
This area is a mystery spot. Conventional wisdom does not apply.
What do you mean? Why is it a mystery spot?
Due to a very strong kink in the magnetic field, there's a spot that produces an uncanny effect that goes against all common sense.
Brosum!
Dick, my future son! Great timing! This here is the true fiancé
Brosum!
of...
Sorry, but someone else has caught it.
Huh? Those not first in these things, step back! Pathology progression A. It's too late. Provide him with salvation! And with that,
His soul has been saved.
Lord Cricket, what is the exact meaning of this? Conducting an execution is a serious crime.
This is as far as you can get from an execution, ma'am. This is his salvation. He was stricken with an awful disease.
A disease?
Shangarta has been plagued with a rare illness. One loses their rational mind and is reduced to a monster that desires only to slaughter. Therefore, as we must, we promptly put down any individuals the disease has progressed in.
This town is rather bizarre.
Papa is also the administrator of this place. Sorry for dragging you into this whole ordeal. I thought for sure you would turn down playing the role of my lover. Why did you help me out with this mess anyway?
Big Sis Rossetti! You little rascals, have you been good children?
Yes! That's quite a merry family you've got there.
Isn't it, though? Papa doesn't discriminate against kids who are orphaned.
Big Sis, how long are you staying this time? Play with us!
You know, Kufa, my memories from my childhood are pretty vague. They say I lost my family. But given the kind of place Shangarta is, such a thing isn't uncommon around here. My father takes in children who, like me, have no living relatives, and he provides them with a new family.
That's quite a fine thing, I would say.
Yeah, it is. Apparently Papa also lost his own wife a long time ago.
Big Sis Rossetti, who's that tall man?
Well, that's my fiancé!
Wow!
Your big sis has brought her boyfriend back to our home!
It seems like you had a leisurely fun time, huh, instructor? How nice.
Milady?
What do you want?
What do you say to going out on a date with me right now?
What? A date?
Right now? I'm out on a date night with my instructor!
I really wanted to show you this place, milady. This limestone cave, actually, has a very interesting trick to it. This here is one of the mystery spots. The surrounding rocks are all strongly magnetized. And within a certain area, they produce something close to weightlessness.
Magnetized?
That's right. It also makes for an effective and thorough training environment.
Is that right?
You see, in order to maintain your balance, you rely on muscles you normally don't use. Even in your room, you can recreate that weightlessness by using a hammock. How about we give it a try when we return?
Instructor, why is it that you know so much about this place?
I've previously come to this town for a mission.
Mission? Instructor, will you take me on a date again sometime? Any place would be fine, so long as it's together with you.
Why, milady?
I'm sorry for being so selfish with you earlier. I wanted to inconvenience you a bit. I guess I'm a bit odd. I want to be the only one who's acquainted with you. I'm sorry. It's childish and selfish. I know that.
My sweet lady, you're the first person that I have ever known to feel that way about me. Which is why I'm not sure what I should do.
What is this? Kufa, where are...
I want it. I want it. I want blood.
That voice!
Let me have all your blood! What? What just happened? I don't feel so well all of a sudden. Ellie, you can come on in.
Rita, someone has been attacked by that blue-flamed criminal. Huh? This is just terrible. I don't want to believe it. So horrible.
Oh my god! Who would do such a horrible—
To the student from before.
Wait, not again. Did Instructor Kufa do it?
Well, Melita, let's see what your private tutor has to say about this.
The thing is, I haven't been able to find him. Not since I woke up.
There's no doubt in my mind that young man is a key person of interest in relation to this terrible incident. I want everyone here to track him down and bring him back so he can stand before me!
If that's what you ask of us, Brosum, yeah, that's right!
No, don't!
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
I'm sorry. I want to be alone right now.
Lita. Why would Instructor Kufa do that?
Did he really?
Attention, everyone. I know what you all saw was heartbreaking, but try not to let this get you down too much. Let's press on and continue our studies and training here.
Can't say I'm impressed. To think a top student like yourself is escaping. I bet you thought, if no one will believe him, then I need to take my instructor's side and stand by him. Now does that sound about right?
I don't know, I was just...
Pretty foolish, aren't you? I'm seeing you in a new light. Maybe you've got everything right. Seems more worthwhile than investigating boring historic ruins. In the first place, have you started to get an idea of what it is we should be investigating?
I'm not sure. But I can't just stand around and do nothing about it.
How about the mystery spots? Kufa talked about them. He said in recent years there's been an unnatural surge in the number of mystery spots in town.
Instructor said that?
He asked a favor of me. He said, if anything should happen to me, I'd like you to watch over Lady Melita in my absence. I can't believe he goes and asks me of all people.
My instructor asked you such a thing?
We're gonna go around town and ask questions, but I stand out too much. Being an instructor at my age.
I see. That's why you're disguising yourself as a student?
What do you think? Does it suit me well?
Oh dear. You're still inside the hotel at this hour? Shouldn't you be attending to your studies? My sister left something behind in the room. She was being a baby, saying I can't go unless you're with me, which is why we're here right now.
I just love my kind-hearted big sister.
Oh, goodness gracious. You two are close. Here's some chocolate for you.
All right! Listen, Angel, I'll get even with you for what happened back there. In any case, let's gather some info.
Okay, I'll give it a chance.
Wait just a second, Angel!
Excuse me, ladies!
Oh, if it isn't a cute little schoolgirl, how can I help?
Actually, there's something I would like to ask people from this town about.
What is it?
You see, I'm looking into knowing more about this town's many mystery spots. They scolded me quite harshly from what they said. Don't go anywhere near them. I did get a piece of candy from them, though.
I award you 0 points. Let me show you how this is done. Big sis, buy me some flowers.
Huh? Sure.
Doesn't it have an unusual scent and shape? Big sister, do you know what this flower is called?
Well,
You see, it's a selectively bred variety that might as well be called a Shangarta brand, young ladies.
That's truly amazing!
Being able to enjoy colorful flowers in arid land like this is one of the many things that's all thanks to Brosum.
Thank you, ma'am. As a matter of fact, we're doing some research while we're around.
Oh, about what?
About all the wonderful achievements here, thanks to Marquis Brosum Prickett.
Well, that sounds just wonderful, doesn't it?
Yes! Speaking of the Marquis' achievements, there's development of new crop varieties. And also, if I heard right...
Identification of mystery spots, thanks to which there are far fewer people getting injured these days.
What do you mean a mystery spot, ma'am? I've heard they're dangerous places for us to go to.
well done indeed, Instructor.
What can I say? Although I've resigned myself to this temporary position,
The true me is pretty great. Understand what I mean? Extracting intel during conversation is not all I can do. All the mystery spots that old lady mentioned to us were the Whirlpool Forest, the Zero Gravity Cave, and the most suspicious of all was the Crooked House. That must be it.
Instructor, who are these people?
Judging from their clothing, they're likely residents of Shangarta. Moreover, those aren't regular old corpses. Lugaru. As you should know, humans affected by the night gene factor, who weren't able to fully transform, would be lycanthropes. I would say that those particular corpses are failed Lugaru. Just look at that man's arm.
That's the man who...
Illness my ass. The thing raging around this town is not some kind of rare disease. All the residents here are being used for some sort of experimentation. The Marquis is starting to look pretty suspicious to me.
You mean Marquis Brosum?
The specimens he professed as diseased were likely carried here to be hidden from view, and then used in his experiments. I suppose that's why he deliberately increased the number of mystery spots.
How half-hearted. It's not enough! Show me some blood! Kill them! Go on and kill them!
Hey, Angel, are you listening?
It's that voice! Oh no! Something is about to start!
Hey, Angel!
Why do I know where the next incident is going to take place?
They say someone's been attacked again. This time it was a school kid. Damn.
You scared me there, Director!
Lady Melina, where have you been till now?
Why? Why did this happen?
Ellie! Hang in there for me, Ellie! She's still breathing. What a great relief. But Ellie isn't wounded. So where's the blood coming from?
Rossetti, why did you have to die? Why was it that you had to be murdered? This should not have happened. You deserve so much better!
Instructor Rossetti has been killed? What's going on here?
We rushed directly over here after being notified, but arrived to the same scene that you did. Lady Melina, you didn't take part in the training session either, correct?
That's correct.
It would seem Elise noticed your absence, became concerned, and then headed back here.
Ellie did that?
It's probable that Instructor Rossetti then accompanied her. So long as she chaperoned, I gave my tacit approval, but it turned out to be most careless of me. There are signs that Instructor Rossetti put up a fight. Assuming she was overpowered and wrestled to the floor, the culprit is not an average one.
Must be that man!
Huh?
I bet he's a soldier! Hail the townsfolk for me! It's that man in military uniform and black hair! He's the guy who must have killed Rossetti! I want you to drag him before me as soon as possible!
Marquis Brosum!
I feel that my...
Soundly defeating a paladin and a career Marquis at the same time, huh? There aren't too many people around here that are able to pull that task off.
Please excuse me, Instructor Lacqua. But if you don't mind, could you give me a little time alone with my cousin Ellie?
Well, in any case, we won't be able to leave this town. Not until the lightning outside decides to subside. There can be no more jumping the gun and acting rashly.
I'm sorry, Ellie. If I hadn't gone off on my own like that, you never would have gone and gotten yourself wrapped up in that dreadful incident.
Lita, listen to me. There's something I want to tell you about.
Ellie? Back then, what was it that you wanted to tell me?
That blonde student! Open up! Come on, child!
What's going on? The townspeople now know. They've all become aware of your connection to Instructor Kufa. They are saying that if they take you, they will be able to lure out the culprit.
Let's break down the door!
You need to make a run for it, Melita! Go on, now! Okay? going to get to the bottom of this! For the sake of Ellie and this boulder in particular.
However, there can be no expectation that such a dreadful experiment will succeed. In fact, 7 years ago, I failed to control the night gene factor.
I can sense it. Someone new has crept inside my old haunt. I currently lack the sense of sight. Who the hell are you?
I'm a young paladin girl named Melita Angel. Now what about you then? Show yourself and let me see you!
You're a paladin? I see then. You'll make for a very useful specimen in the experiments. A bright idea just occurred to me.
And what's that? Instructor Rossetti? You're still alive! I want it. I want blood. Give me your blood, little girl. Her mana is blue.
See this? This is the...
So you've shown yourself, I see.
No! Rose! Please! No! Stop it! Rose, you're not an inhabitant of darkness. All of your memories spent as a human should act now to constrain yourself. Remember! Remember all the people who love you!
Instructor, no matter how the rest of the world may view your appearance, I alone will always be by your side.
I am nothing like you. I was born and raised in the barbarous land of eternal night.
Instructor?
Milady, I'm half lycanthrope, which is to say that I'm your natural enemy.
Not bad. I think I'll make this a staple of my diet.
The children are... This is why I put an end to it! There's no way such a dreadful experiment could succeed!
Shut up! It is indeed true we failed to control the night gene factor. However, your beloved emitted the miasma and continues to live on, isn't that right? From now on, Lugaru will occur frequently in this land. That simply means you will have a periodic supply of new test subjects.
A dead body did what?
A half-vampire, huh? I failed to notice earlier. It's impressive that you managed to mix in amongst all the church children.
Sorry, Rose.
So you intend to make her into one of your vampire kin? But by doing so, that girl will be plagued with an urge to suck blood. She'll be reduced to a monster who feasts on humans.
Kill it! You got me. Didn't know you were Testament class.
You've got some nerve wounding me like that, mana user. But I found the next thing to experiment with. Mana. And you shall be the first sacrifice. I can't see! I'm blind!
So long! Burn in hell! I think my days in the field may be over. Just what are you trying to do? Huh, kid?
Letting her memories rest.
Why is that?
If she forgets all about me, she'll also forget that she's kin. By doing this, she won't suffer from a thirst for any blood. I have a favor to ask.
Can you at least let Rose go? I assume you're a soldier of Flandor, am I right?
Sooner or later, that girl will regain her awareness that she is kin. And there's no guarantee she won't attack humans.
I will keep an eye on her. And in exchange, I'll become your subordinate and pledge loyalty.
If I take you up on that which you offer, you must vow to never unseal her memories. That girl can never again remember who you once were to her.
I'm fine with that.
She won't be grateful to you. She won't pay you any thought. You must see you'll be all alone, remaining frozen as you merely gaze at her from afar.
I'm prepared for that.
But how could you do that?
Because I want her to be happy.
Why did...
You'll be all right, okay? I'll always be watching over you, Rose. So go on and rest easy.
As things stand, there's nowhere in Flandor that would accept a half-human, half-lycanthrope. If my lineage came to light, I'd likely be executed.
Are you serious?
Can you promise, milady, to never let it slip about what we've just discussed? It's a promise now. If you aren't able to keep it, I'll do this, and I'll eliminate you quickly.
Oh my! I got it! I'll keep the secret till I die!
Very good, then. The issue now is Rossetti. Someone is trying to pry open the door behind which I sealed all of her memories of me.
Do you mean the lycanthrope whose voice I heard earlier?
That's right. The one responsible for sowing the seeds of a nightmare in Shengarta 7 years ago. Nakwa. To think he somehow managed to survive. I believe he has partnered up with Marquis Brosum in what I think is a bid to secure a large number of followers to act as his military force. Toward that end, they chose a fiancé for Rossetti, in hopes of growing the family tree of mana users in town.
That's why they brought Instructor Rossetti here?
Correct. And then, when Rossetti draws out her power, my true nature ends up getting dragged out with it too. So showing my face means that I'm taking a dangerous risk. If that wasn't so, I never would have left you alone, milady.
Instructor... It's just... the way he's hurt Instructor Rossetti and Ellie is now causing you so much pain and distress! It's infuriating!
I feel the same way about it. There is, however, one scheme capable of laying waste to all his greedy ambitions.
So what's the problem, then?
It's not something I can do on my own. So then, milady, will you allow me to entrust you with my own life?
Instructor, don't you know by now that my life is bound together with yours?
That's Sir Brosum for you. To think he healed Lady Rossetti despite her being injured so gravely.
Don't you think something's a bit off with Instructor Rossetti?
I wonder if it's because she hasn't made a full recovery yet.
Now, pledge your loyalty as a man and...
No! Put a stop to the wedding!
Who the hell are you?
Instructor Rossetti, I'm not about to let you back out of our competition! If you're to get married, then please acknowledge it right now! When it comes to love for Instructor Koopa, yours is no match for mine!
Koopa...
Hey, Rose.
Instructor Rossetti, just so you know, my instructor and I have kissed twice already!
That damn foolish instructor.
Kissed? Instructor Rossetti! If you know what's good, don't do anything to upset Ellie and I more than you already have! You kissed each other? I haven't been able to do that! There's no way I can just let this slide! I had a feeling the time would come when I'd have to settle things with you, Melita! Fine with me! I'm about to show you the strong bond between mentor and apprentice! Which of us is worthy of standing by Instructor Koopa's side? And which one of us has the stronger feelings for Koopa? You're on! Polka! Finish! Phantom Blade! Pledging Divine Power! Was her attack overly weak?
Too hot!
You're going to die if you don't fight!
You've done it now, Melita Angel.
The one truly responsible for attacking the children is that lycanthrope right there!
A lycanthrope? No way! This bastard caused those incidents?
It seems I might have greatly underestimated you, Melita Angel. I am most delighted to see you. My name is Nakwa. I am a lycanthrope and an arachne.
Take him down! Not so fast!
Why are you looking so courageous all of a sudden? Have you finally remembered?
I do! I remember what happened! I recall everything you forced me to do! No, a lady.
This time, suck some blood.
No!
You're thirsty, are you not?
No! Lady Elise.
In that case, die, bitch!
It was you back then! You were behind the accident that occurred when I was a child!
So you remember that now. Having hindered all of my plans, you leave me no choice. As such a powerful mana user, I'll have you provide me with your flesh alone.
Get away from my sister!
Kuva!
Ice King.
Awaken, Rose. Now, Rose, let's kill that bastard.
All right.
Do you think you can kill me? I'm an arachne, one of the Grand Lords who rule over the Night World. How insolent of you, Rossetti! Where are you?
I call on Grissom!
Huh? A zero-gravity rocky tract? Damn it! I can't move! It's futile. Given I possess the ability to break apart, you can't fully annihilate me.
So he'll just rise again?
This is different than 7 years ago.
Reduce every last one to ashes! Phantom Blade, Legend Divine, Power!
You knew? This was your plan all along, wasn't it?
Maybe so. And now our intertwined fate ends here.
Wait! Stop it!
Now.
You know, you never once let me into this room, did you?
Are you?
Is this woman here your wife, Marquis? She has begun to turn into a lycanthrope. And so you used Nakwa's abilities to stop the process. Saving her was part of the deal, by aiding along with Nakwa, wasn't it?
What else could I possibly do? If I hadn't had Nakwa lend me his power, there was nothing I could have done.
Do you remember a long time ago, Marquis? As a young boy, when my mother and I were persecuted in this town, and it seemed like we would die in the gutter, you welcomed us and took us into the safety of your church. And you attended my mother on her deathbed, and then gave me a new family after I was orphaned.
That was all just me acting on an impulse.
Here. This is a drug that returns a partial lycanthrope back to being fully human. This will be the only time that I will show you filial piety.
Carmilla! My beloved! Oh, Carmilla!
Farewell, Father.
Did you hear? They say Marquis Brosum turned himself into the authorities. Sir Brosum was also responsible for the lycanthrope and that rare illness in town, right? I also hear his people all over,
Then the other person will find you instead.
You got it, Koopa. Instructor?
Huh?
What are you doing here? No fair! The seat next to Koopa is where I belong!
And why is that, Instructor Rossetti? I thought you were done pretending to be lovers for now.
But...
Besides, my instructor and I have the sort of bond which we've already kissed.
Yeah, now that you bring it up, what is the deal with that?
Can someone explain the characteristics of the 8 basic classes and their superiority and inferiority from a strategic perspective?
Well then, Melita Angel. Okay. When used most effectively, the Samurai class, which is known for its superb agility, can achieve a 3-way deadlock when facing the Fencer class, which excels in defense, and the Gladiator class with its superior strength. On the
Lady
other
Melita has been displaying remarkable growth as of late. To the point that it's far exceeded my expectations, in fact.
This book was quite interesting. So if you'd like, I'll make an exception and lend it to you.
Thank you! In exchange, I'll lend you one of my books, too.
However, the fact remains there are many people who aren't pleased about the rapid progress of the incompetent, talented girl.
It is already nearly the end of the school year. The day third-year students leave this academy and head out into the world is fast approaching. However, there is a major event before that. It is the Vibria Goat Librarian Certification Exam.
What is the Vibria Goat exam?
It's the general name for the massive labyrinth that lies within the central part of Flandor. If you must picture it, the place is best imagined as a kind of library. From books of ancient times, when the sun and moon were still present, to reproductions of letters and confidential documents. It contains all kinds of texts, totaling more than several hundred million.
That's amazing!
So the ones who dig up all of those texts are Vibria Goat librarians? Is that right?
Exactly! The certification is rather difficult, and also dangerous.
Rest easy, you two. Only second-year students and up take it.
Melita? Elise? Do you by chance feel like taking part in this year's exam?
With all respect, headmistress, the young ladies are still first-year students.
But you two were this year's represented cadets in the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. To convince all that were involved, I want to prove that you two, although first-year students with the Academy, were indeed worthy of being Luna Lumiere cadets. I am not concerned whether you pass the exam. If you would be willing to stroll around the relatively risk-free first layer, that would be enough.
The opportunity for it came during the Luna Lumiere selection tournament. I was able to examine the mana of all the students present. And, compared to Elise Angel, I determined the mana Melita carries within her is not only different, but individually unique. This is of grave concern. Lady Melita Angel, despite her lineage from a Knight Duke house, carries mana that is different from that of a paladin. In conclusion, as for what that means...
It means the rumors were true! That incompetent, talented girl is not a child of House Angel!
Her mother truly did have an outside affair!
Utterly immoral.
I've had my suspicions for quite some time. Now the entire nobility's prestige is affected by this scandal.
I believe that the secret of this incompetent, talented girl should be disclosed to all of the people of Flandor.
I couldn't agree more.
Same.
Good judgment is to be expected of Duke Schicksal, Flandor's pride and a hero.
I had a feeling you would all be in agreement with this decision. The question is, how to bring it to light in a manner such that the masses are convinced of the girl's lack of heritage.
I know a great way to do that. We should produce a little show for all to see. This calls for one of the assets of Vibria Goat, the magical text called Anders Codex. In it, we will chronicle in detail the events in the area as they occur.
Using this book to record, we shall make Melita Angel's obvious blunders known throughout the world.
Excellent. For the sake of all the people of Flandor, I shall become the sword that brings about a revolution. Now then, this will open the show that shall expose the deceit that has grown in House Angel. Is something the matter, Salacha?
Hey, big brother. Is what you're doing here really what's going to be best for Melita?
Listen, Salacha. This needs to be done by somebody eventually. Right now, in Flandor, there are many machinations swirling around concerning Melita Angel. In such a harsh environment, making her continue to fight on would not be to her benefit. And so, as a reprieve, we need to put an end to all that suffering.
I see. I guess you might just be right.
I almost forgot. Here's a good luck charm.
What's this?
It's a bequest from someone who was said to have been a great librarian at Vibria Goat. It's called Alternate Fountain Pen. I'm sure it will lend you courage.
Thank you.
Excuse me, who the hell are you?
There's quite a fuss going on over there.
Hold on! By no means am I the least bit suspicious. I've simply come to see my daughter.
Daughter?
That's right! I'm telling the truth. Surely she's around here somewhere. Oh! I found you! I've been wanting to see you, Melita! My daughter! Elgus! That guy's a fiend! He tore to shreds our close ties to each other and stole away the fruit of the union I had! Oh, Melita! You must have endured such hardship!
Who are you?
Pleased to meet you. I'm your papa. Now, let me get a better look at your face.
Stop right there!
My daughter, Melita! I was happy to see you even for just a moment. But that violent boyfriend of yours troubles me greatly.
On a night of the 13th month, the false soldiers will come crawling out. The golden fledgling is sought at the altar. One cannot dance with only one shoe. I would like to apologize about touching you like that.
Instructor, were you thinking about what happened at school this morning?
So it seems you could tell that about me. The day I inspected your mana like this for the first time, we talked about it, am I correct? About how someone who starts unsavory rumors about you will surely appear? And it seems to me that someone's trying to impair the dignity of your house.
I believe that the man from this morning has no sort of connection to me as well as my mother.
I'm also of the same mind. However, I believe the enemy likely has more tricks in store for you.
Instructor, is there anything I can do to try and stop them?
I do, milady. I have an idea. I would like to present you an exam.
An exam?
I will have you take the Vibria Goat Librarian exam, and you will pass it.
Instructor? But isn't it supposed to be really hard and dangerous to pass?
It's the perfect stage to make them all recognize how ready you are. Both the public and your enemies.
But if I'm unable to pass the exam to your satisfaction, what will happen afterwards? Instructor? Will you end up leaving this mansion and not coming back?
Let me see. I would see to it that you would receive some punishment.
Punishment? What kind exactly? That's a bit frightening.
That's a secret for now. So you've got to promise to try and push forward without being scared, okay?
That's terrible. You're being mean, Instructor. So if I do pass the exam to your liking, then will you at least give me a reward?
A reward?
Well, of course. I mean...
I look forward to seeing what selfish request you're going to trouble me with.
appreciate you coming along with me on this, Ellie.
Well, you are the leader of our unit. I'm excited to go on a quest with you.
Let's definitely pass the exam, okay?
Mm-hmm. Hey, you two. Getting fired up is fine, but don't overexert yourselves, okay?
Okay.
This way.
Well then, Instructor. I'll do my very best in there.
You take care, milady. Like always. I'll be awaiting your sure return.
Now, everyone, you get the general idea. Are there any questions? In accordance with the grade of your exam, please proceed to the reading room on the applicable layer and obtain your proof of passing immediately. Then safely return to the first layer before the hourglass runs out. Vibria Goat is prowled by the haunted ghost of the librarians who formerly worked there. And they keep a sharp eye out for intruders who try to take books without permission. The lower the layer one descends down to, the more powerful the ghosts will become. So, don't carelessly descend to the lower What's going on here? The Vibria Goat should still be a bit further down than where we're currently stopped.
Are you alright?
You and Lady Melita sure seem to get along quite well.
Excuse me? Is the Academy Director around here by any chance?
She left just a moment ago to head to the certification exam with the students.
What unfortunate timing. This has become a problem. I can't keep our guest waiting. Oh, that's it! Instructor Kufa, will you please attend to the guest?
If you're okay with that, I don't mind helping. Who is this guest?
It happens to be Melita Angel's father, Duke Falgus Angel.
I'm sorry I failed to introduce myself sooner. I am Lady Melita's private tutor. My name is Kufa Vampire.
So what's going on with Melita and the Academy School's director?
They are currently heading over to take on the Vibria Goat Librarian Certification exam.
She's taking the exam despite being a first year. She's only nominally participating?
With all due respect, in order to obtain a librarian qualification, Lady Melita and her cousin are currently exploring the exam earnestly. It's quite impressive.
Melita has no need for a labyrinth librarian qualification. I want you to bring her back here at once.
She's no need for the qualification, you say?
This is a notice of Melita's withdrawal. At the end of the school year, I will remove Melita from St. Friedwide's Academy and take her back to our principal residence. I thank you all for your hard work up until today.
Can you wait a moment, Duke Falgus? Why would you choose now to close off her journey forward in the Academy?
I have heard about the suspicious individual who entered the Academy grounds yesterday. That was my own mistake. I knew that putting her out in the public view would give those with ill will towards the house a chance to do us significant harm.
If you can at least wait one more year, your lordship, I'm confident I'll be able to report results that are to your satisfaction in regards to Melita.
It seems you hold a very high opinion of Melita's potential. But most importantly, isn't it the case that she doesn't accurately grasp her own ability in regards to her power?
I understand what you mean. Currently, Milady is still inexperienced. However, my lord, I can sense the unlimited potential that is within her being. I am confident in this much. No one in the world here understands Lady Melita better than I.
Instructor Kufa! Instructor Guzzetti! This is serious! This was sent to the school office!
Wait, that is the emblem of Guild Grimfist. Give it here.
What does it say on the back of the card?
Don't be frightened, and watch carefully. Yes, although it's scary, thoroughly analyze it. This is fun! Instructor's teachings, instructor's movements, instructor's words! All the aspects of Instructor Kufa are propelling me now. So long as Instructor is with me, I can keep on going. I can keep on fighting. Instructor! We won! We got this, Ellie. Even if the director isn't around, we can pass the exam. Let's keep pressing forward. Yeah. What's wrong? I can't believe it's in this kind of shape after just one battle against those ghosts. Instead of 2 ghosts, what if 4 of those things were to appear at exactly the same time? It's no use imagining bad scenarios, right? Good point. No, you're kidding me. Once upon a time! What just happened? You two, what are you both...
I feel like it's been quite a while since we last spoke. I'm sure you were dying to see me and Solange once again, am I correct?
Is it true that they're targeting the exam students?
Correct. However, there's no need to worry. I will bring all of them back without fail.
Are you really going on your own?
Yes, I am. If anything should happen back here, I'm counting on you.
I'll take care of it. Please be careful down there.
I will.
So, are you two also here for the Labyrinth Librarian exam?
That's right. We might as well all take the test together.
Is that kind of thing okay?
Sure it is. And besides, I think it's their fault for tossing us first-year students in here without a guide to help us. I would hope they would be okay with little birdies like us supporting each other. Hey, Sala, you think it's a good idea too, don't you?
Well, I guess.
Great. This is the first joint quest with the 4 daughters of the 3 big Night Duke houses.
Well, when you put it that way, this is actually pretty exciting. Right, Ellie? Yeah.
Hold on a second. I'm going to check the map. Once upon a time. Seems we're in the 2nd layer. The exam's on the 5th layer, so let's take the stairs.
What is that book?
Mater Link's survey map. It's a magical text that, when used inside Vibria Goat, it informs you of your current location and displays a layer map.
Magical text?
Yeah, it's one of the assets of Vibria Goat. But there's a limit to how many times it can be used, so we can't use it excessively.
It's no fair that you have a map to help you.
I'd say it's far more unreasonable to order us to explore this sprawling labyrinth without a trusty guide. Since we're all gathered here, I'll fill you in on all the details. In order to bewilder looters, this place is full of all sorts of tricks. One of them is the magical texts. Try reading this book.
Okay. What's with these letters?
Unless you hold the corresponding grade of librarian qualification, you can't tell what effect a magical text will exhibit. You can still attempt to use them, though.
You sure know a lot about this, even though this should be your first time, right? Well, that's because Mew comes from a family of Vibria Goat researchers. The Lemures are a family of scholars who have maintained a research room in Vibria Goat for generations. This really is unfair.
I don't believe there's a rule prohibiting you from bringing things with you. Leaving that aside, we need to try out the effect of the magical text.
Even though we have no idea what kind of effect it will produce?
That's all the more reason we need to test it and see. Wouldn't you agree? The incantation is once upon a time.
I have butterflies in my stomach. I call Once Upon a Time. What's going on?
Dear me.
Where are you, Lita? I feel a cold draft for some reason. My outfit changed? When did that happen?
That magical text was Diva's collection of poems. It has magic to infuse the power of characters from old tales into you. And it looks like it has chosen to dress you as Cinderella. As for the effect, you'll receive all kinds of divine protection until the time limit has concluded. I think that was it, anyway.
That's nice and all, but it's hard to walk.
Well, what about me?
You look so cute.
We changed back.
That's too bad. Using magic comes with a time limit, you see.
And for the exam, too.
Oh, that's right! We need to hurry!
I'm through. I think I want to go home.
You can't just yet, dear. After all, the best is yet to come. That's where the exam's held.
What's that?
It says, will you take the exam?
Yes?
The exam starts now. It entails the mending and proper arrangement of the books.
Mending and proper arrangement?
Maintaining the books with care is one of the many jobs the librarians possess.
So we just have to tidy up those books, huh? What is that thing?
A demon that eats through books called a boar imp. If we eradicate that thing, the books will be mended back.
Leave the mending to me. Everyone else fix their arrangement.
Got it!
Yeah! I did it!
Ladies, let's get this over with.
All right, I'll handle all of these things. What's with that? Mule, what's going on over here?
I really don't know. My mother never said anything about this happening.
I got one in over here.
I get it. This is a puzzle.
It's a puzzle?
I'm going to try to decipher it, so you need to buy me some more time. All of these books appear to be written by using only 25 symbols. The meaning of the content is unclear, but all the combinations that can be expressed with the 25 symbols are present. If we consider that no two books here are identical, there's a book somewhere in here that's the same as this, besides a single character. Supposing that is the case, then that would mean the writing in one book should clarify the position of another book, so... I've deciphered it! Give me a hand! Fourth bookcase, second shelf.
Okay, got it.
All right, now Elise, second bookcase, fifth shelf.
Come back here!
Third bookcase, third shelf. Sixth bookcase, seventh shelf. Over there. That's the final one.
Melita! Got it!
Get up there! Catch Melita!
Mia! Thanks for the lift, Salacha. We did it!
We most certainly did, Melita.
We passed the exam!
I did my best, you know?
Yeah, we gave it our best down here. We scored a major victory. What in the world is that? This is...
Our proof of passing the exam. Now we need to get ourselves back.
Yeah. All right then. What about the time limit?
We're fine. We have plenty of time left.
That's a relief. Let's hurry on back.
Hey, Melita, you two were actually serious about passing the exam. Considering it's a difficult test for first-year students, why put in the trouble?
Well, doesn't the same go for you and Salacha?
Well, as you might know, we are the top students at Saint Autriche.
To be honest with you, I want to be acknowledged as a child of House Angel. Not just by peers and people around town, but also by my father. So my instructor thought to give me an assignment.
Ah, I see. So this was an order from that cool instructor of yours. Although, it may be true that you passed. I don't see how that actually acts as any proof you're a child of the House of Angel. I'm sorry if I offended. I'll escort you back to the academy. I know a shortcut.
Let's go, Lita.
Okay. Sriracha, why?
I'm sorry, but
My. Sala, aren't you carrying your mischief a bit too far here? Give the book back to her now. It belongs to Melita, not you.
This exam is a trap for you. Headmistress!
Miss Shenfa, everyone here is safe?
Yes, Headmistress.
There's nothing for you to fear anymore.
Please, Headmistress, if you would, tell me what in the world happened.
That vegetation that suddenly covered the whole elevator. It was an illusion brought about by the magical text Perona's Trompe L'Oeil.
Magical text?
Yes, and unfortunately, due to its effect, we got carried deep within the labyrinth. Why you and your dead targeting my students?
I'm afraid dead men can tell no tales. Their lips are but sealed.
Here you are!
Having to protect them like this is onerous, isn't it?
There are some things I will risk my life for, and that, Crota, is a point of pride for me. I won't let the likes of you ever think about laying a finger on any of them.
Damn you, bastard!
Headmistress!
I beg you, please take care of my students.
We ask for you to please forgive us, Headmistress!
we were the ones who read from Perona's Trompe L'Oeil. We did it on the elevator.
But why? Why would you do such a thing? My father ordered us that we had to. We never thought things could possibly turn out like this. No way!
As you can see, this is my secret art of discarding the flesh and coming back as the undead king! Now, my ghosts, hurry and assemble before your king! Tear to pieces anything that exhibits life!
A trap? What do you mean by that?
Look, Lita, it wasn't the grade 6 exam that we just finished. It was grade 5, one higher.
It was?
Why did you deceive us?
What is that? Hey, wait!
Melita Angel. Class rank. Samurai. Well then. I must inform the older brother of the Schicksal family.
Lita, we need to catch her!
You're right.
Everyone, start moving!
The gates ain't ratified!
Go now, my children! Smash them to bits!
I can't take on a force of this size in my human form.
Instructor Koopa!
Why? I would no longer be able to be by her side. Is there no other way? So you managed to make it in time, Williams Jin.
Just barely, it seems.
What are you doing here?
It's futile. My bandages suppress superhuman abilities.
Bastard! You're a traitor! Jin, you'll pay dearly for this!
You will now call me Williams.
I didn't think you would actually show. You have my thanks.
Well, as they say, one can't dance with only one shoe. Besides, if you go away, my whole plan here will ultimately end up being ruined.
Instructor Kufa, who is that man with you? He looks like he might be a lycanthrope.
None of that should matter to you, ladies. Truth is, we owe this man our lives. On behalf of us all, allow me to offer you our thanks, Sir Bandage Knight.
It's nothing. I'm glad we were able to avert that crisis, but they might still be in a lot of trouble back there.
What do you mean by that?
Guild Grimfist has invaded St. Fried's-White Academy. The criminal threat was sent for a purpose, making sure to keep you away from the location. This time, their target isn't aiming for Melita Angel. Their main interest is...
the lives of all the Academy students, it seems. Before the matter of this imposter is made public, they're attempting to silence all of the eyewitnesses.
Mm-hmm.
It would seem leaving those girls behind was the right call after all.
Instructor Kufa.
Put your minds at ease. I'll bring the other young ladies back safely.
Oh, there you are. Hey. You must be the one known as Williams Jin. I hear you are wishing to join our guild?
No, sir. I hope to exchange information.
Oh? And what is it you want to know, young man?
If you'll share the results of your research about lycanthropy, and how one can return a lycanthrope back into a human, I'll act as a spy and regularly provide you with intel on criminal activity. What do you say?
Am I right in thinking you'd like to return to being human?
Your question is wholly beside the point. All I need here is a yes or a no.
Let's wait and see. I will judge whether you're useful to me based on your performance going forward. Okay?
Yeah, that'll do for now.
So what brings you here anyway?
We received some information from Duke Lamore, who administers this place. He said that unexpected movement was observed at 2 of the gates that led into Vibria Goat. One is the gate managed by the Mordru Arms Association of Commerce. The other gate is managed by the Schicksals, one of the 3 big Night Duke houses. That gate is said to be located on the 18th layer. As far as investigating the matter, Kufa, you're the right man for the job.
All right.
I got you! You need to be honest! I thought that the both of us had become friends! Why are you doing this to me?
Because I like you, Melita. That's why I do this. Once upon a time.
Run away, Melita!
What is it that the House of Schicksal is after? Milady's secret? Her life? If the time finally arrives, when Milady's life is to be taken. That is a job. For me alone.
Perhaps they've gotten lost. Where exactly am I? It looks like my outfit has changed.
Welcome, Melita, to Walter's illusory tale.
Mule!
Can you keep quiet and behave yourself? It's about to begin.
Begin? Lita. Ellie!
Quiet, please.
What is this?
Greetings, miss. Welcome to the Queen of Hearts court. I presume you're Melita Angel, is that right?
Yes, big brother. That is without question the daughter of the head of House Angel.
Very good. Now then, let the trial now begin.
We're still in the middle of our certification exam, so I'll be going now.
You cannot flee, imposter daughter of the House of Angel. Clerk, please start recording.
It begins with once upon a time. Anders' Codex here is a magical text that will accurately chronicle all the events as they unfold. So I'd advise you to be careful about the choice of words you use with us today. Otherwise, you'll end up delighting the public with a Night Duke House-related scandal.
There is a single charge held against you. The defendant here, Melita Angel, in spite of having no qualification to be a Knight Duke House, is suspected of laying claim to the Angel family name and deceiving the people of Flandor over the course of 13 years. What say you, jury?
Incompetent, talented girl!
That is unforgivable and treasonous!
Precisely right. However, the time to shed light on her vocal crimes has finally come. The man who says he is her true father has appeared and taken center stage to bring his daughter back home. And furthermore, we have the proof here that the defendant's lineage is improper.
You can't have that! That's my...
Name listed, Melita Angel. It says that her class is... Oh, my. Samurai.
I knew it! So that girl really is. I may be a samurai class, but that's not evidence that I'm not my father's daughter. My instructor taught me that. Even when one is born into a Knight Duke house, there are cases in which they don't inherit a higher ranked class.
You are indeed correct about that. However, there is something I just can't wrap my head around. Why is it that you were an incompetent, talented girl who didn't have any mana? And why only now, at the age of 13, did your mana decide to awaken?
Well, that's because...
That's because what? Why did your mana manifest all of a sudden?
If anyone finds out about what happened...
See? She can't even give a reply! She has a guilty conscience!
No, I can explain!
Are you sure? Deep down, even you know it's true, don't you? Being labeled an incompetent, talented girl, you are unworthy of being part of any house.
It's as clear as day now. Melita Angel's father is not Duke Felgus.
This is absolutely unbearable. When the two of them married, Duke Felgus had people from all quarters running him ragged.
What a little hussy she was to achieve that devotion.
Shouldn't the commoners be expelled to the lower social stratum of living? Landlord should be kept as the domain for us nobles. Leave the rest out!
Shut up! Shut up! Don't you dare speak ill of my mother and father like that! I remember it all. I remember that my mother sincerely loved me and loved my father. I refuse to believe I'm the product of an affair!
Then tell me why is your mana...
I will prove to you my legitimacy! I will become stronger than what I am now! I'll join Crest Legion and become the kind of child of the House of Angel who's acknowledged by everyone! I'll attest to the great love that my mother and father shared during her life! Oh, Lita... You will hear me on this! I will not give in! And I will be damned if I lose to all of you!
Then you should prove it to us. Let's see whether or not you're truly a match for someone from a Knight Duke house.
Salacha?
Go now, my loyal Knight Jack. Expose the deception that has grown rampant in the House of Angel.
I wanted to put a stop to this before I went this far. You need to stop this! Cut her out! Now that it's come to this, I'm left with no choice but to fight you. The best I can do is end this quickly by my own hand. I can at least take some pride in that! Don't feel bad about it! Lita! You'll make it worse if you put up a struggle. I have no desire to see your blood spilt. That's so considerate of you. But you would be wise not to be so confident and underestimate that samurai class! It's the Dragoon ability of flight! Behold! Springily rise! Oh no, Lita!
Don't worry. She seems to be trying her best, at least. Melita doesn't have a chance in a million of winning. I mean, right from the beginning, she's getting pinned down by Sala, a Dragoon class. She's not a Paladin class, and moreover, if she suffers an overwhelming defeat to a fellow daughter of a Knight Duke house who's her same age, there will be no one left to believe in her descent. Not from the House of Angel, at least.
You reek of lies with your talk of nonsense.
Huh?
Rita boasted about you to me. She said she had gotten to know a pretty girl during the tournament. She felt like you might become a special kind of friend.
I see. Then I bet her hate for me is pretty strong now.
That's your real intention.
So long as she has a friend like you by her side, I'm sure Melita will be fine.
I see. You really like Lita, don't you? You may think of Lita and look down on her, but I do not. I will stand behind her in support, and I take pride in that!
She's out there dominating.
Take a look at that. How unsightly is it to do nothing more than run away?
Those with adult eyes see that and think she's dominating. Just who the hell is she? That man who trains her.
No! Salata!
No more hiding and flight! Sala!
Lady Salacha lost?
Now you won't listen to me! What I did shows exactly why I take pride in being samurai class! It is because of that I was able to pick myself up. And it's because I want to catch up with someone that I can find the courage to push forward. Staying true to myself. It's the only way I will make you accept me as is. I am a paladin of the House of Angel!
If that's it, then does that mean Lady Melita truly is the daughter of Duke Felgus, and the late awakening of her mana in class was simply terrible luck that befell her? And if that's the case, wouldn't it mean we've done something extremely treasonous? Once she's backed into a corner, she's of no use at all. I suppose I'll make it as if this never actually happened.
Is that thing...
Like an alternate pen. It's a super rare, non-standard item that can rewrite the effects of magical texts. What's Sala doing with something like that?
This is not the time to be afraid. We're mana users for crying out loud.
Melita is absolutely right, Sala. Playtime is over for us now.
Right! To the gallery! This is the only way out! Hurry and get on the other side of the door! Mrs. Othello?
Well,
Please, quickly take refuge. Ellie will be troubled if you don't return back home. It would break her heart.
Quickly now! We need to go too!
Come! Beautiful princesses! Isn't it about time for the finale of this fairy tale?
But aren't you the one...
My current role is not to play Melita Angel's imposter father anymore, but as complete, unadulterated evil.
You are an imposter! How dare you torment Lita like that! It's eroding?
Time to end this!
Ellie! You caught me. I will protect you, Ellie.
Now let me hear the despair-filled shriek of a young lady!
Instructor!
Sorry. That's the kind of thing that makes you my pupil. Let's finish this, milady.
Ready!
I suspected that you would come. The private tutor of Melita Angel.
As if I care.
Did you just?
Oh my, how careless of me. Those two are just so passionate they couldn't resist.
Damn it! That brat!
Stop making a fuss and being unseemly.
Duke!
Though it happened within a tale, you suffered a true death, so you bet it hurts.
Please, you must save me, Duke!
I get it. Thank you for your service.
Why would you do that?
Well, I thought I would give you one last role to play. The unforeseen ability of the incompetent talented girl, the skill of her private tutor, and his background. It would seem there is still much that I have to do before the time is just right.
Lady Elise! Instructor Rose! I was so worried! Please tell me, are you okay? Yes, I'm all right. I'm glad you're back, Instructor. Melita.
I'm happy to see you're safe.
I'm sorry to have worried you.
Melita, you did a great job. Thank you.
Truly.
For my reward for passing the certification exam, will you hear what I chose for my selfish request?
Go right ahead.
I want you to be present to see it. The moment this world and its people, which could be said to be cruel, acknowledges me someday. Instead of entrusting my life to you, I would like to one day risk my life to save yours.
Sure enough. She is my little lady.
Oh dear! If we don't hurry, we'll be late! Let's go, Instructor.